Elm Street.
Well, we're gonna get into this. So first of all, the 80s created anti-heroes out of these horror icons, actually. All right. So then you kind of start going back and forth on, are they really evil?
Nah.
So here we go.
Best friends.
So we're going to go into this real quick.
Oh, jeez.
And we're going to discuss whether they're evil, and everybody can chime in here.
I'm not ready.
Or not evil. So, Jason, evil or not evil?
Not evil.
Revenge kill, not evil.
I say not evil. He was bullied as a kid. Mm-hmm. He saw his mother decapitated, and he's all about vengeance.
Yeah.
So, yes, I say not evil. That is correct. All right. Freddy Krueger.
Not evil.
Freddy Krueger is evil.
He was a child molester.
He was a child molester and a child killer.
Technically.
Yes, we are talking technically. This isn't about your favorite killer. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a character.
Okay.
He is an evil character.
Technically, they did not bring back the molesting story until the 2010 version.
It doesn't matter. He killed kids.
I know it was always a part of it, but when the movie came out, they canned it because that actual event was real. Like, kids were actually being molested by a man.
That's still going on.
So, well, yeah, and funny, it's all about the Catholic Church.
But the kids, I'm talking about the kids as far as being killed in the.
Well, yeah, you know, child murder.
Yeah, so he is evil.
All right, whatever.
Leatherface.
I don't consider him a real person.
Crazy.
Leatherface, I don't consider Leatherface evil.
I think he was dealt a bad hand.
Because of his, he won the lottery. No, because of his upbringing, he doesn't know what he's doing is wrong, and then he's a little mentally challenged. So
that reminds me of another story.
They catered to him, so he's just a big child. So I don't consider Leatherface.
See, you could have seen it as like him chasing somebody with a chainsaw. They were just having fun.
Michael Myers.
There we go.
They were like, I just want to play. And they were like, ah.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers has to be evil because he started off by killing his sister.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not
evil. No remorse.
He had the darkest eyes, evil in his eyes. He's evil.
The darkest eyes.
Man, if you're gonna wear a William Shatner mask on Halloween, you gotta be evil.
Yep. And don't even get Spock with you. All right, Ghostface.
I mean,
Annoyed.
It's not.
Which
really
one?
It's always the person behind it, and
they all have motive.
Yeah.
So
and
then, yes.
Everything's premeditated. I say evil.
The very first one, I mean.
Well, now we're getting political here.
Copycat.
Well, not necessarily. The first one's motives were. The first one's Mrs.
Sorry.
Turn off the phone.
Sorry.
The motives were breaking up of the family. That's Sidney Prescott's father and the mother and all that. So that was kind of motivation. So, but the intent was still there.
I mean.
I don't know.
My family's having to murder all my friends.
Exactly. So evil.
Let's ask the source. Excuse me.
Chucky.
Evil. He wasn't the original guy. Yeah.
Yes, he was evil. Yeah, I'll give you that. All right.
The doll, adorable.
All right, Pinhead.
Not real.
From hell. I mean, you gotta say evil.
Is he?
He's not a dynamic character. He was pointless to the story.
But you can say what you want, but I'm talking about him as a character.
What character? There is no character.
Well, he was a real person that he wanted to dabble into the satanic arts and open this box to get that power, and then they just he became a demon from that point, which is kind of weird.
Well, he says
and then became a demon.
But he says angels to some, demons to others.
Yeah.
It's more of the sexual pleasures of the flesh.
Oh my God! Well, see, that's what that whole movie was about. You want to talk about sexual pleasure? That's what that whole movie
and
was.
Bondage and S&M. Okay, I'm gonna go evil on him.
Okay.
All right, the tall man.
Who?
From Phantasm.
Who?
Is he an alien?
I consider him evil. Period.
Isn't he an alien?
He's never really done good, unless you want to say he
None of them have done good. This totally defeats the purpose of this idea. Okay. None of them have done good.
All right, here's another one. Jigsaw.
Not evil.
I do not consider him evil.
No, he's not evil.
Also dealt a bad hand.
Cancer.
No, that is the epitome of anti-hero.
There you go.
He's getting
You and Deadpool When you guys get cancer, you guys.
He was getting brutally. He was getting rid of people who did bad things. I mean, they weren't.
Actually, no. It was more of him having cancer. He appreciated his life more, but he was pissed off because these people did not appreciate their lives, and they did all of these bad things.
Appreciation is still. Like, if you don't have it, then that's still not.
I understand that, but if they don't appreciate their life because they're cheating on their wife or they're doing this and that, then he's
that's still them doing bad.
He's about the lesson that needs to be taught. That's what he's mainly trying to do, is teach the lessons. And he doesn't kill anybody.
Talk about some like epic parenting. He doesn't kill
anybody. He puts them in situations where they need to decide.
Yeah, they have the chance to get out.
If the life that they take for granted is worth it or not.
Yeah, so. I can't. What movie is it? It's the guy he's like a banker or something, and he's like trying to hold everybody's like chains, and he's like, "Are you gonna let go of this old woman or this young guy?" And then like he ends up dropping them both.
Okay, next one. Pennywise.
An alien, technically.
And that's about the tall man.
Huh?
That's what I said about the tall man.
The tall man was evil. We said.
She said alien. Technically,
I was like alien.
No. Okay, but Pennywise is an alien, and his food is people.
Children,
it's just
specifically.
Kids and their fear tastes better.
Okay, well then that's
exactly. Does that make us evil? In the chicken world, we're evil.
That's exactly that. No. Okay, hello.
We are the Pennywise.
That's exactly what I was trying to say when I was talking about the story of the lottery.
So Pennywise, evil or not?
An alien.
So evil or not?
No.
Aliens aren't evil.
Okay.
He had a purpose.
Well, never mind. All right, Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. He's technically back from hell.
He's also a creature.
So Pennywise.
I don't understand. It's like he's only here for a week. Was that really evil? It's like he only killed for a week. That sounds like a vacation.
That sounds like Purge.
I'm gonna say not evil.
I'm gonna say evil. He's from hell.
Well, then the same thing goes for.
So it's Pinhead.
We said he was.
This was a bad game.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. Now here comes one that you can that you've seen so many times. Candyman.
Oh, evil.
I'm gonna say Candyman never really did anything.
I'm gonna say he was a slave that fell in love with a white woman, got completely murdered.
Thanks for giving it away.
And he became a vengeful spirit. So it was more about vengeance. He's more vengeance than he is evil. So I'm going to have to say no.
I'm going to have to say that backstory is flawed because the people he should be in vengeance with should have been... He came back as a vengeful spirit 400 years too late. He should have came back like a year later and then got revenge on all the slave owners that were still out there. Why you waiting 400 years?
So our last one.
Well, no, wasn't he? The story is that he's like a Bloody Mary. You have to like call his name or something.
But he's still a spirit,
right?
And his whole purpose is vengeance.
So that whole time he's in there, it's like, man, if call my name.
Well, if he's a spirit, then is he technically a murderer? Because really, he's just like he's kind of like pushing these people to insanity to get them close enough to be like, all right, just kill me.
I'm gonna have to say evil because once again I say his backstory is flawed and like the people he's seeking vengeance with have been long dead. You like dealing with great. Look,
I don't think anybody.
And also too, you got to invoke him. There's like, and that's just random people.
Nobody in Plantation Era was being like, what sounds really good? A Candyman. Yeah, Candyman.
Let's go look into the looking glass and say Candyman's face.
All right, so our
mint juleps.
Our last.
That's it. Candyman, Django together.
Our last one, Django's Candyman.
Django's Candyman.
And because who wanted to kill him?
Candyland. Candyman.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the last one had me stumped because I could not decide, and I talked to a guy named Matt out there, and we had this conversation about it because I could not freaking put my head around it, and that's Hannibal Lecter. I cannot really tell.
Because he's smart doesn't make him not evil.
But evil does not. I don't think evil can. Or let me ask you that: can evil love?
I don't think evil.
No, it's a straight up question.
Yes, because
I love
Can
though.
evil love?
Look, Norman Bates loved his
Way to
mom.
ignore me.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about love, love, like.
That's
I
right,
love
Gia.
you.
Say something.
I'm not talking about. Maternal love. I'm talking about love from another another woman or a woman or whatever.
Who did he love?
He loved Clarice.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
Like an
more.
infatuation to get.
It was really. It was more like a. It was more like a psychotic like.
That is a serial killer.
Mama,
Yeah.
did you bring me that song?
Well, see that. So no, see that things that you have to stop and think about it. If he was already labeled, mentally insane, really are you?
Already in jail
Are you
before he
really?
left.
Are you really gonna put it past him?
Okay.
To use that mentality to manipulate her?
Okay. So the events in Red Dragon, I would consider those actions evil.
Mm-hmm.
The events in Silence of the Lambs also evil. But then he finds. I think he finds love.
and that
love.
makes it all better.
And wait,
Okay,
no.
Because he's in love.
I killed a bunch of kids.
Time out. Time out. That still does not make him a three-dimensional character. I don't think that him finding love made a change in him.
Yes, it did
He
because
still
once
He's still
remained.
killing either.
Wait.
motherfucker.
He still remained.
once he went to Florence,
It's the same idea with saying that you can love somebody, but you can't respect them. It's the same way that he could have loved her, but he was still going to eat a guy tomorrow.
literally,
But some pavlines.
and a nice bottle of Chianti. Once he left for Florence, he did not. He was not doing anything to anybody. He was completely alone and just away from everything and everybody. He wasn't killing nobody. Wasn't eating nobody. Was doing nothing until that freaking private investigator started snooping. He got too close and later.
That's all it takes.
So evil it is. All right, I guess that was
really.
everything.
Like, yeah, you can't. I feel like, yeah.
You really pissed me off.
You're trying to do like a reverse Stockholm syndrome here. That like he was the one falling in love with just this.
So if he
like, normal
loved
person.
everybody that he killed, it'd have been alright. If he just loved
I just said
everybody,
he's
he
an
would
evil.
kill nobody.
He's evil. Okay, I got it.
That would have been a different story. If he was like, "I love you,"
So having all, God, I love you. You take so good. Dang it, Ashley.
this is why we can't work together.
Take over.
No, this is my spot. You're in your head right now.
Brought us food and soda.
Actually, Gia did that, but
Get on the show.
you're being too you're stiff. I got.